Welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at The Love Messages. So today we will be doing a reading from May 28th to June 3rd. This is going to be a general reading. It may resonate, it may not. If you're interested in any private readings with me, all the links for that will be in the description box below this video. Leo, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge for the final days of May and the first few days of June, Three of Swords, okay? Three of Swords is your challenge, which you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Swords upright, okay? So for you, Leo, final days of May, first few days of June, Three of Swords, there's something here that really hurts you on a very deep level. It's been so hard for you to get over the situation. There has been this feeling of pain, really, like someone stabbed you in the heart, okay? And some of you are saying, you know, why am I ending the month off with this energy? Why am I ending things off with this feeling? We're going to find out. We're going to clarify why the Three of Swords is your challenge in a moment. In the recent past, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. I think one of the things that became very apparent for you in the past, Leo, was the fact that a situation that you were involved in, you may have felt abandoned by someone, or you may have chosen to abandon a situation here in the past. You may have decided to ghost somebody here, to disconnect. And I do feel with the Wheel of Fortune here, this could have been something that was very much written in the stars. It was a part of your destiny, maybe for this person to leave, or for you to abandon them, or for them to abandon you. The beautiful thing here about the past is that whatever happened in the past, the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Pentacles, is indicating that it was meant to be. So again, if something bad happened in the past and you're looking at the situation and saying, oh, should I have changed the way I responded to this situation? Or could this situation have been a better outcome for me? Well, no, because whatever happened in the past was how it needed to be. And there's no point in fighting something that needs to be the way it needs to be. Bottom line. There's something here about your goals and your milestones and your future. And if this situation in the past didn't come to an end the way it needed to, it would have blocked the other things that needed to come into your life here in the past. So the Wheel of Fortune's here to show you that everything that's happened to you in the past was meant for you to go through. There's no regrets. There's no, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe I should have done things. Nope, that's the way it needed to be, because that's a part of your destiny. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune is talking about. The Wheel of Fortune is a wheel, and it talks about the seasons, the four seasons: fall, winter, spring, summer. These are the flows of life. So something here happened outside of your control. In a way, there was a little bit of regret here, but a lot of you are realizing this is the way it needed to be. Okay, now in the present moment, you have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and you have the Ten of Cups. So in the present moment, somebody here is fighting for their happiness, their fulfillment, their happiness. This is what's really important. I feel like this is you, Leo. What's really important for you right now, the Ten of Cups, you want to feel happy and fulfilled. If you're involved in a situation where you're not getting this fulfillment, you're not feeling the happiness that you truly deserve, a lot of you, this is what you're focused on right now. Okay, you're focused on this right now. This is what you want. Some of you have cut somebody off in the present moment. I'm getting a Pisces, an earth sign, Capricorn, maybe a Virgo. I'm also getting an Aquarius. Okay, and a lot of you may have cut this person off because, again, your priority right now is your happiness. And if somebody here isn't providing you with that happiness, or at least making it easy for you to attain this happiness, a lot of you are maybe making the effort to cut somebody off here or disconnect from them, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. In the near future, you have the Six of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Empress. There's something here that you're hiding, or someone's hiding from you. There's a lot of secrets, or there's a lot of unknown here in the near future. This has a lot to do with the level of generosity that you have, okay, towards someone, or that they have towards you. I do get a slight energy here of imbalance with the Six of Pentacles. And the Empress is here as well too. So we're going to see when we clarify and get all the information on that for you in a moment. Now, let's talk about what you don't see coming. What you don't see coming is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is my card of deception. It's one of the cards in the deck that, again, it talks about the lack of value, the lack of somebody valuing you, or the lack of you valuing someone, or somebody here's taking somebody for granted, or there's lying, or there's deception, or somebody here's taking advantage of a situation here. And what you don't realize in terms of what is coming is you're going to find out the truth. Somebody is going to communicate or say something, and you're going to get the full picture. Some of you already have the full picture of somebody here, how they act, their true motives towards you, how they truly feel about you. Maybe they're saying one thing but doing something else. Somebody is going to reveal something here, and you're going to find the truth out. When you find the truth out, you may say, oh, I already knew that. And this is why a lot of you are hurt, because a lot of you already know the type of person or people you're dealing with. Some of you are not dealing with someone who's genuine. Okay. And I think a lot of you knew this months ago, weeks ago, days ago, hours ago, maybe. But what the good news here is for you is that when you do find out the truth, you'll be able to get closer to the vision that you have for yourself. Some of you have been blocked from creating or moving towards the vision that you have for your future, because maybe you've been involved with people that really don't have your best interests at heart, and it's been hard to trust people. It's been hard to open up to certain people. And this is why your challenge is the Three of Swords, because there's been a lot of pain connected to certain people that you've been dealing with. So let's get into your reading. Let's do some clarification, and let's see what's going on for you. Okay, let's clarify your challenge. Your biggest challenge here is the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Your biggest challenge here for the coming days, first few days of June, last few days of May, is about somebody who disappointed you on a very deep level. Somebody here has disappointed you on a very deep level. This person walked away from you. They stopped contributing to you on an emotional level. And your biggest challenge here is to transmute the pain that you're feeling at this time in regards to the situation. Some of you have very, very deep wounds and pain from what this person put you through. And the hardest thing for you, the biggest challenge for you moving forward, is to take this pain, take this experience, and turn it into something that is profitable for you. This is something that I love doing. I love when things go wrong and then I sit there and say, okay, how can I turn this into money? How can I turn this into something that's going to benefit me and profit here? And this has a lot to do with your career. It has a lot to do with your success. So just remember that when you go through something in your life that's challenging, you can always take something out of that. Some of you think, oh, I lost somebody. I lost something. My life is over. I'm in pain. I'm debilitated. I can't get up. And a lot of you are going to realize that that's not the case. So this person walking away from you was a blessing in disguise, because now you can focus on your career. Now you can focus on the things that are important to you. Now you can focus on what success looks like for you. And many of you are going to have an opportunity, the Queen of Pentacles, and this is a big part of your challenge, is finding the opportunity to be able to transmute the pain, Three of Swords, that you feel from somebody emotionally walking away from you, disconnecting with you. The question is, what are you learning from this situation, and how can you use this to your advantage? Many of you are going to turn this pain into a story, or you're going to turn it into a piece of information that you can share with others to help others on their journey. So this is an opportunity, and this is what your challenge is all about. It's all about finding the opportunity in a situation that made you feel bad and turning it into your favor, which is going to elevate your career, and it's going to give you the recognition that you're looking for. That's going to be a big part of your challenge. Okay. Now let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify all the cards. Okay, Leo. So in the recent past, like I said, somebody here abandoned you or walked away from you, disconnected from you abruptly. It really caused you a lot of pain when this happened. The Knight of Swords, you have the Six of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So in the recent past, many of you disconnected from someone. They disconnected from you. It ended in a very bad breakup. Some of you left a job, maybe you left a marriage, a commitment here because it just simply wasn't serving you anymore. The Three of Wands is here with the Two of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Page of Swords. So in the recent past, there was a lot of research that was being done on a decision in regards to your life, the direction your life that you wanted to take in your life. Should I go here? Should I go there? Should I move here? Should I start here? Should I break up with this person? Should I stay together with this person? So there was a lot of this reevaluation in your life about what was going to make you happy and satisfied. What is going to make me happy and satisfied? What is going to help me to move to the next level in my life? So some of you had no other choice but to abandon someone or something because it simply wasn't serving you. And many of you were involved in a very toxic marriage or a commitment here that was really hindering you from achieving your goals or making plans for the future in the past. The Wheel of Fortune here is indicating that whatever happened in your life in the past that you feel was unfair or that didn't really go the way that you wanted it to, the universe, the creator, spirit, the energy in this realm needed to make changes in the past for you to bring in your abundance. So everything that didn't work out for you in the past, it happened like that because it needed to create this realignment. There was a need for realignment. Now we need to realign ourselves. The Wheel of Fortune did a lot of realigning here in the past. How? Well, if there were certain people that they felt weren't supposed to be in your life, they removed them. If there was certain things that were holding you back in the past, it was removed. If there was certain things that were creating a lot of indecisiveness in your life and affecting your ability to cater to yourself and provide the things that you needed for yourself, it puts you in this position to really start thinking clearly and analytically about your situation. And this is why in the past, the Queen of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, there was a huge, not huge, but a very important decision that you needed to make here, right? You know, the Two of Pentacles. Well, I need to weigh my options. I need to figure out, is this truly something that I want? Is this a part of my destiny? Is this something that really makes me feel alive? And if the answer was no, well, this is why these things happened in the past, because I think what you were seeking here, Leo, in the past, you were seeking stability. You were seeking that Emperor energy, either from a partner or from the people around you in the past. And many of you had no other choice but to eliminate certain things in your life that were simply just not a part of your destiny. And this is what I feel happened for you in the past, okay? Now, let's talk about the present moment. Okay, you have the Two of Swords here, and that's what's happening in the present moment. There's a little bit of this closed off energy in the present moment. We'll see how that ties into your reading. The Knight of Swords at the top of your reading is an action-oriented card. So this could be you taking action, or it could be somebody that you're dealing with that's taking action. That is clarified by the Hangman, the Eight of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. I feel like this is somebody that you're dealing with. Somebody may be trying to reach out to you, communicate with you, talk to you, but at the same time, there's a lot of this waiting, right? So somebody could be sending messages, trying to communicate with you. You also have the Eight of Pentacles here. So this could be about your work, or it could simply be somebody here in the present moment trying to work things out with you. Okay. I'm getting an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, a Pisces, an Aquarius, maybe, or a Gemini. So there's a desire here to work things out in connection to what happened in the past, because something really difficult happened in the past that it led to an ending. So, you know, many of you are realizing in the present moment that as much as somebody here is trying to reach out and work things out with you, one of you isn't taking action. And that person who's not taking action could be you or this person, but it seems that you and this person are not on the same page in the present moment. That's what I'm getting here. You also have the Queen of Pentacles with the Judgment. So somebody here, and again, I feel like this is somebody that you're dealing with, they're now coming to a realization about what happened. Like they're now realizing the whole entire picture of the situation. And I do see there's an apology or there's a confession in the present moment. And this apology may be something like, oh, well, you know, I know what we went through in the past wasn't good and this is how we can resolve it. And it has a lot to do with a relationship, right? So for many of you, there's two stories here. Either this is somebody new that you're meeting, okay? I don't see the Ace of Cups, so I don't think a lot of you are meeting someone new. I think that this is somebody that you already have history with. But if there was issues in the past that really affected your relationship with this person, they're now coming to a realization about the things that they did to contribute to the pain that they caused you. Okay, because this is your challenge, right? I mean, your challenge didn't come out of nowhere. There's something that happened that caused you pain. And it could now be that because this person left and they disconnected from you, they're now realizing, they're now compartmentalizing everything that happened and saying, oh, now I understand why that happened. Oh, and it's like now they're coming to a realization. And some of you may be watching this and saying, well, you know what, Monica, it's too late. Maybe you were trying to mention to this person, you were trying to warn this person about the things that needed to change, and they didn't want to change the things here. One of the things that's really affecting this person is they're afraid to lose this connection with you. They're afraid to lose the relationship with you. But the priority right now, okay, the priority right now for you is your happiness, okay? I don't care what happiness looks like for you. I mean, I don't care. How do I say this? I don't care about what you think happiness is, because some of you think, well, me being in a relationship is happiness, but is it really truly happiness to you? The better way to maybe say it is, I don't care what other people think happiness is. What do you think your happiness means? That's the way to say it. Because I didn't want to come across kind of like, oh, what do you mean, Monica, by that? So let me reiterate myself. I don't care what happiness means to everybody else. I care about what happiness means to you. Because for some people, they may say, well, you know, if I'm married and I show that I'm married, then I'm successful. And it's not true, because some of you could be involved in a relationship, like I said in the past. Something here was very toxic. It was very unhealthy and it was causing you pain. And some of you right now are looking in the present moment and you're saying, well, if I'm not happy, then what do I need to do to get happy again? Right? Because again, it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks happiness means unless you truly confirm that that happiness that you're having in your life is true happiness, not what everybody else thinks. So there's a lot of reevaluation in the present moment. 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. Should you continue to give to a person who really doesn't have your best interests at heart? Is this somebody who's being genuine with you? Or are they using you? Are they just there to take advantage and take what they need and leave? And if the answer is yes, a lot of you are learning from this. And what's going to happen is when Saturn enters into Aries, it's going to start to create this positive energy for you to be aware of people's intentions. Because you have either a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Leo, it's going to trine Saturn in Aries, and Neptune is also going to be there. So any lies, deception, dishonesty, the fact that somebody here hasn't been honest with you, it is going to come to light. And you are going to, instead of being in the status quo of, look at me, I'm in a relationship, I'm married, I'm successful, look at me. You can be in all of that, but if you're not deep down inside happy and you're not honest with yourself about what you truly feel this person's intentions are, that may be something that comes to the surface. So there's a lot of this reevaluating of, should I continue to give to somebody here who doesn't have my best interest at heart? Should I continue to give to the situation? And most importantly, is the situation truly giving me the happiness that I need? And if the answer is no, well, this is why somebody here is not taking action. This is why somebody here is choosing not to communicate, or why they're cutting the other person off. As much as the other person may want to work things out with you, I feel this person has come to a realization and it's a little bit too late. Okay. So hopefully that was clear to you. I know it was a little bit of a mumbo jumbo, but hopefully you got the clarity that you needed from that. Okay. Let's clarify the near future. Okay, in the near future, you have the 6 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles is clarified by the 9 of Wands. You have the 5 of Swords, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. So in the near future, okay, I feel you're going to take your time when it comes to being generous with certain people, because many of you, what you're used to doing is you're used to giving a lot to other people. You go out of your way to give to people. You're very generous. That is the nature of the Leo. The nature of the Leo is to be generous and to give and to be very open in that regard. Okay. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles here. So you're taking your time. Another thing too here is I think you're choosing your battles here in the near future. You know, Nine of Wands, the Five of Swords. You're really saying to yourself, is this worth fighting for? Is this worth giving my energy and my all to? Some of you have been giving your all to something and it doesn't deserve your all. It doesn't deserve all of your energy, all your time, all your effort, all of your sacrifices here. So what is halting you, Leo, in the near future? What's pulling your energy back, okay? What's pulling your energy back is you rethinking and taking your time when giving to others. You're taking your time when you're being open to certain people, giving to others, being generous with others. These are things that I really strongly feel you are going to be reevaluating, because what you're realizing, and this I feel has been happening over the last 18 months, what you've been realizing is a lot of people don't have your best interests at heart. I know you want to believe that people do. I know you want to believe the good in others, but there's something here about pure-hearted, right? And this is your challenge, right? When you go out of your way and you give your heart to somebody and you do it in a very pure way, and then they just stomp on it, you know, you may come to this realization in the near future where you say, why am I putting my all in this? Why am I fighting for this? Why am I in competition with somebody for this? You know, love is love, right? So many of you are pulling your energy back, or you're taking your time in terms of who and what you're giving your energy to. Many of you are going to find out the truth, or you feel something is being hidden from you in the near future, and you need to listen to your intuition, because if your intuition is telling you something, do not ignore it. The moon is talking about your subconscious mind, and the reason why there's a lot of worry and anxiety in the near future is because something here is coming to the surface, and it is creating some sort of conflict. And when you start to address your needs, your wants and desires, and people start to lash out at you because they feel you're being unreasonable or you are taking your expectation too far, you may come to a realization that this person that you're dealing with has something to hide. And it's causing you a lot of stress. So the conflict is a result of you speaking up about the things that are bothering you. And there may be a bit of a defensive energy here in the near future. Now, your challenge is here in the near future, which means a lot of you still are hurt over a relationship, a marriage, a commitment. And somebody here in the near future, they know you're hurt. They know that you're still in pain. They don't like the fact that they've put you into this energy. They don't like the fact that they've made you feel hurt, and you're deeply hurt. I don't know what this person did to you. I don't know how they treated you, but they did something to really make you upset. You have the Empress here in the Four of Cups. Somebody here is trying to apologize, or they're trying to make efforts towards you, to give to you, and a lot of you are just not having it. A lot of you are saying, I'm hurt. For me to get over this, it's going to take moving mountains. And moving mountains aren't easy. And what you don't see coming is the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Wands. The more you sit back and you allow somebody's actions to speak more than their words, because the Seven of Swords is what? It's what? It's what, huh? What, did I hear something? It's actions. It's not words. Okay, so the more somebody shows you their actions don't match up with their words, the more you're going to say, oh, that's why I'm upset. That's why I'm, hurt. That's why I'm in pain, because I was ignoring all of the red flags all along. Okay, so let's get some advice for you, Leo. What is the advice? Leo, your biggest piece of advice is the Devil, the Strength, and the Fool. Your biggest piece of advice is to recognize, excuse me, to recognize, your biggest piece of advice is to recognize the toxic traits within certain relationships, people, environments, etc. It is very important that you do not ignore the things that you see and you feel, because some of you have been ignoring certain things that are unhealthy and that are not good for you. Don't be afraid to identify the things in your life that are holding you back, that are keeping you in bondage, that are not allowing you to reach your full potential. When you finally decide to release yourself from this situation and you tame the aggression that you have or the anger that you have within you because of this pain that it's caused, when you finally do that and you see a situation for what it is, the toxic situation that it is, don't be afraid to move on from this situation and have a completely new beginning on your own. This is about a brand new beginning that's happening for you. When Saturn moves into Aries, you're going to start getting a lot more serious about how you deal with people, how you let people into your life, who you let into your life, how you go about dealing with certain people, and most importantly, if anybody's reaching your standards, are they worthy of them? Okay? Because a lot of you have been in situations in your life where you remain being involved in something that's not for you. You know it's not for you. You continue to entertain it. And when you're disappointed and hurt by the situation, you end up being in regret, or you end up being upset, or you feel like your time has been wasted, etc. So don't be afraid to recognize when something isn't for you. Don't be afraid to heed the warning signs, the red flags, and most importantly, don't be afraid to have a new beginning on your own if that is the direction that you're moving into, okay? So Leo, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.